Beep beep boop. We live. Ha 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 ha. With a RPG that George is going to be leading today, as you can see on the screen.
Yes, I have recently gotten a bit into the indie TTRPG scene, thanks to a little channel called Mystery Quest. I'm plugging a Yogscast channel on a stream that has like one viewer. Let's go. But yeah. And one game that caught my eye is a little, technically one-player TTRPG called Thousand Year Old Vampire, where you basically travel, you tell a story of a vampire that eventually becomes 1,000 years old.
Whoa. Hello, Bashimi.
Hello, Bachimi. Yeah, this is 1,000 Year Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings? Something like that.
Tim Hutchings.
There we go. Not sponsored, obviously, but giving him a shout out because this man is base as hell. Because he's like, "Hey, if you're a right winger, don't buy my shit because I don't agree with you." Yeah.
I love that guy.
And yeah, I was gonna buy the physical book, but it was like, it's coming from America, so it's an extra like £30 delivery. If you somehow stumble across this and want to send me a copy of it, I'm up for that. I love this game. Yes.
Hello,
Hello.
Sky. How's it going?
Yes, we are playing a little TTRPG called 1,000 Year Old Vampire. Where
Dun, dun, dun.
Blue here will be creating a person that becomes a vampire, and we are going to see his story through random roles and different scenarios. So,
I have the perfect dice for the stream. However, I probably won't actually use it much because in regards to this, it's actually quite impractical. One, for filming, and two, this spins for a long time.
is
so
it
I
the
have
wand one?
I have a dice wand with a base.
Go back. Sorry.
And it's very, very nice. It looks marvelous, but it spins for so long. like, so long. So, in terms of actual practicality for using a dice in this stream, I don't want to sit there and wait 10 minutes for every roll. So I do also have just an actual set of dice. But it's immediately become a fidget toy for me. I've just been playing with it all day.
I can imagine, yeah. But anyway, are you ready to begin?
No.
Okay, end the stream.
Just stream end screen. I don't have a stream end screen, but
See you next week.
What dice did you say I would need?
A D10 and a D6.
A D10? Just a single D10?
A single D10 and a single D6.
Nice. What can I weigh down this dice mat with? I'm using my high rollers dice.
Okay.
Let's use the dice wand to weigh down the dice mat. Oh, nice Doom music. Okay. I will be swapping to dice cam whenever I roll.
Yeah. Literally, all you need for this is those two dice and something to write your notes on. You have the dice, I have the notes.
Nice.
So, let's start off with a bit of character creation. I don't know where it is in the book, but I know how to do it, so we'll just go back to this screen and I'll talk you through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, firstly, you need to think up a person, and this is a person, usually because we travel through time a lot, and this game can take place over potentially 1,000 years or so, hence the name.
Hence the name. Cool.
It's usually better to go back to like various ancient times. Examples it gives are like a Mesopotamian midwife or a Roman general, or a lot of people I've seen start as somewhere in like the Middle Ages, but that is up to you.
So I've just got total freedom here.
Yes.
Oh god, that's a lot. That's a lot of choice. What's the geography like? Is that also random? Like,
it's Earth.
No, but I mean, like, where, like, is the
Yeah.
country just completely up to me, or?
Yeah, think of a person at some point in history, at some point in the world.
Okay, cool. Right, so Bushimi said a peasant, so I'm thinking I should be a French peasant.
French peasant?
Yeah,
Okay.
French peasant. Let's go for, a French peasant from the Middle Ages.
Okay, very nice. And let's think of a name for this character.
A name. What's a French name? What did you say, Leo? Javert. What, the policeman
In Les Mis.
in Les Mis? Yeah, that's what Leo said. Jean-Francois. Yes, we will be Jean-Francois.
Jean Francois. So, next thing is you need to come up with 3. They're called mortal characters, and these are, in this case, they are characters that have some connection to you. They could be friends, lovers, rivals, enemies, that kind of thing.
Sorry, I've just turned the music down a little bit. It's The King and the Bull from Hades.
Yes.
And it was a bit intense. Right, so like 3 rival characters, you said.
3 characters you know in some kind
Just
of way.
in some way that can be like.
So it could be rival, it could be friend, lover, enemy.
Okay.
Just 3 people that that Jean-Francois would know.
Jean-Francois. Okay, so we're gonna have. I feel like an enemy is good. Is a good one. What shall he be called? who was the king of France in like the Middle Ages? And a French king, like Louis, one of the Louis.
Preferably it's someone that you like. Your character like knows.
Yeah. And then they're not enemies. The French peasant does not actively know and is enemies with King Louis. Louis might just be a good name though.
Okay.
We'll go with Louis the the butcher's son.
The butcher's butcher's son. And how do you know Louis?
I stole a hunk of ham from the butcher, and that's why he's my enemy.
Ham from butcher. You're gonna see my terrible fucking typing.
I love the capital T in stole.
Stole.
Stole. It's like Malfoy saying Potter. Potter.
Okay, how about now we need a second character.
A second character, yeah. There's so much, like, it's just like, choose any character. Create any human.
Yeah.
There's a lot to choose. I'm just trying to think of French names now. I'm going to Google French names. French names. You know, maybe a French name will give me inspiration. Wow, a lot of the names that just came up are in fact from Les Mis. Elise.
Elise.
Elise. She can be an ex-lover, the butcher's daughter. Already creating a story here. Claude is a good name. Claude is a good name. That'll be the
Claude
third.
is a good name.
Claude. Who's Claude?
Could be like a childhood friend or like something along those lines.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we'll go with childhood friend. Why not? He's also a peasant. Perfect.
Is there? Oh yeah, is there something that like? Does Jean Francois do anything? Does he have some kind of line of work?
He's one of the people that like mucks out the gutters in the streets from like horse muck.
He's a gutter cleaner.
Gutter cleaner.
Oh, hey. So we're going to skip over immortal characters for the moment. And resources. So these are things that your character has that could be important to them. So examples the game gives are anywhere from an obsidian knife to a fleet of warships.
Oh.
So a big range, but
wow,
like, suit your character.
A pitchfork. Definitely. Shovel. Just covering the base. The gutter cleaning bases.
I mean, okay.
A wagon.
Okay. I mean, fair enough.
The real question is, does he have a horse pulling the wagon, or is it like a human-sized wagon?
Like a wheelbarrow kind of thing.
Yeah. But like, slightly bigger than a wheelbarrow. You have the wagons that you kind of have the two sticks that you just like drag behind you. I think it's going to be one of them. I think he's too broke to have a horse or a mule. A pitchfork and stale bread is all you need.
So, because usually these are things that have like some kind of importance to your character. So, there's like, is the pitchfork or the shovel or the wagon kind of any kind of special thing?
Special how?
I don't know. So, like other examples in other things, in other ones of these games is like, oh yes, I have a bow that belonged to my grandfather that was passed down to me and that kind of thing. Or like a tile from a mosaic that washed up onto the beach and started my sense of adventure and that
right. Can
if you want to change out
properties or
I mean,
just like
believe
an
they do.
Interesting you can believe they do.
Yeah, it's meant to be just kind of, oh, this is interest. It's like an interesting story or something behind it potentially.
Yeah.
If you want to switch out one of these, could you have an idea for a better item that would have a potentially better story behind it?
Yeah. Is there a limit to how many I can have?
You have 3.
3. Okay, so I'm at the 3. So if I wanted to, okay.
Let me go.
Let's.
I'll go to the end.
We'll get rid of the shovel because I feel like the pitchfork will be enough, for the job. Something interesting and French. That's really difficult. A baguette that he believes to be magic, but he can't actually tell for sure because he's never eaten it. Because he thinks it's a magic and doesn't want to waste it. And it's been passed down for generations, which isn't that long because the peasants don't live very long. It's really stale. It's like solid at this point. Like a petrified baguette.
Petrified baguette. Believes to be magic. Passed down for generations, but never eaten.
Perfect. Sorry. Claggy. What if he has only dogshit heritage because he's the last son and everything got given already? he's the youngest son. A small bell that was on someone's house that he took just for funsies. No, I feel like these 3 items, this is a good place to go. You get an idea for the family that they believe that this baguette is like good luck or something. Does this give you anything to go on, or do you need more?
I mean, it's more building what stuff you need to go on.
Mm-hmm. Right. Do the pitchfork and wagon need to be more interesting?
If you like.
One of the spikes on the pitchfork is missing. It's meant to be like a 4-spike pitchfork, but it's only got 3.
Very.
It's also quite old. It's also, been passed through the family. It's a family of gutter cleaners. And the wagon's just a wagon.
Just a wagon.
Just a wagon.
So, now we need to come up with 3 skills that you think Jean-Francois would have.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So skills describes the capability and characteristics of your vampire. They indicate what your vampire can do and what they might do. Swordplay, relaxing banter, operate heavy machinery. I do not blink the sand away, and I teach the Namisana are all acceptable skills. When instructed to record a new skill.
There will be times later in the game where you can gain skills based on prompts and that kind of thing. But this is kind of a your starting skills based on what you see your background is, kind of.
Yeah. It is shoveling horse manure, pitchforking horse manure a skill?
I mean, yeah.
He's really good at towing hand wagons.
Should we consolidate that into like city cleaner, gutter cleaner?
Yeah, various gutter cleaner skill. Really good at cleaning them gutters.
Mm-hmm.
Jean-Francois got given eternal vacation. My man is going to enjoy it. Or is he just going to be eternally working as a gutter cleaner? 1,000 years of gutter cleaning.
So
another skill.
Well, you have like that you stole hands.
Yeah, I was
thievery.
about to say really good at stealing from the butchers. Yeah, thievery in brackets, items that should be too big to hide. He's really good at smuggling out large items.
And your third skill.
Impervious to smells.
Can't smell.
It's both a skill and a hindrance.
So, now we start the memories, and so the first memory is, it's kind of the setup thing of, this is who I am. So, for example, for you, it would be like, my name is Jean-Francois, a gutter cleaner living in Middle Ages France, or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right, to be honest.
Jean Francois. That's how you spell it, I'm sure.
Seems about right. I think technically there should be an accent on the C, but I don't know how you type that on an English keyboard.
Me neither. Now we need to come up with 3 memories that combine two of two aspects from either mortal characters, resources, or skill. So, for example, you using your thievery and the butcher's son,
Mhm.
a memory of when you stole ham from the butcher.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, that one makes sense. That's an obvious one, I
Mm-hmm.
feel. Definitely stealing ham from the butcher. His heist of
Well,
the boucherie. The Great Butcher Heist. I stole a strangely large piece of ham. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
so
like
that.
it's baffling how he managed to get it out without being caught, you know?
Mm. So you need to come up with 2 more skills in a similar vein.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. He once fell down a hole into the sewer, uh, but was able to just easily find his way out and was at no point put off by the smell.
Mm-hmm. So that uses the can't smell,
Mm-hmm.
and because it needs to use 2 things.
Two. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 aspects.
Um.
Maybe Claude helped you escape. I don't helped you out the sewers. I don't know.
He decided to spin at every crossroads. He would spin the petrified baguette, and he would follow the direction that it points. And eventually, he got out. If nothing else, then just by pure brute force and luck. The petrified baguette actually smells awful, but he can't tell.
And then a third one.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Well, let's go with how he met Elise, the
Hmm.
ex-lover. Um, she was about to cross the road, but the road was, filthy. So he dove in there and scooped up all of the horse manure just in time. The French compass, a stale baguette. That's how you do it in France, right? You just put a baguette on the floor and just whoosh, Beyblade. I
Sure,
love just
something like
how
that.
uninteresting this character is, but also how stupid he is.
Mhm. Now, the last memory, we have to create a couple of other things. We have to create an immortal character.
Mm.
And this first immortal character is the character that turned you, that gave you this curse.
Dun dun dun.
So yeah, in 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, you don't have to necessarily be like a Dracula kind of vampire. It could be, it's just a blanket term for someone who feeds on humans in some kind of way, whether it's traditional blood or like sucking the life force out of them or whatever.
The vibe I'm getting off of like how literally how the vampires can work is like what we do in the shadows, where they're just a bunch of dudes.
Sure, I've not actually. I'd like to see it, but I've not actually seen it.
It's really good. I recommend it. I
I've
think it's
just
on
seen like
iPlayer.
I've just seen like the odd clip and heard the odd sound thing from fucking TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, it's genuinely. I have not watched the show, but I've watched the film.
Hmm.
It's on iPlayer. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. Genuinely pretty good. But they're just like
I've heard it.
a bunch of dudes that were turned into vampires at various like eras and ages that just all share a house.
Yeah.
Splitting the shit sea with his petrified baguette. An immortal character. Who was he made? In this world, can people be made into vampires by accident?
Sure.
Like, they thought they'd killed him.
It's your character, so if you want to be accidentally be turned into a vampire, sure.
They bit him with the intention of, like, feeding on him fully, but he tasted awful. What's a good vampire name that? Let's go back to French names.
Fancy French name.
Yeah. Was that he spends his eternity doing his work at night, so no one has to do it in his town. It stank so much that they thought he was already rotting. Alphonse. Let's go with Alphonse. He's a vampire, but what's his role in life?
Who is Alphonse?
Who is Alphonse? And why would he be feeding on peasants? The guy from Full Metal Alchemist. He doesn't have a body.
He doesn't. Maybe he is a suit of armor.
Whoa.
And he is draining your life force to fucking
sustain it.
Be able to, yeah, I don't know.
It can literally be anything, I assume. Like, for example, you know, in some vampire lore, the sire kind of has control over, or like, maybe not full control, but has like an element of control over the vampires they create.
Yeah. It could be it could be anything.
Like, you know, like Jean is a thrall of Alphonse. Maybe that's why Jean was chosen, because he wouldn't be missed, so he was an easy thrall.
So is Alphonse just like some noble?
Yeah, we'll just make him a noble, just a French nobility who's managed to evade the guillotine. He has like a little estate somewhere in the middle of nowhere that no one knows where it is.
And finally, we have to make you a mark. And a mark is something that shows is like a mark of your vampirism. So it could be the very standard, like 2 little bite marks. It could be like in another one. There's like, I've seen like a massive scar, like wound down the chest that never fully heals, or like that kind of thing.
He has really, really distinct veins. Like, all of his veins are really, really visible, and they're all just like shit brown. He's like a really pale, pasty little peasant, but he has just these really, really vivid, like, brown veins. Looks really diseased. Brown.
And now we need to create a final memory of you becoming a vampire. Of when Alphonse turned you into a vampire.
So, he was sleeping in the gutter one night. A freshly cleaned gutter. It's usually where he sleeps, because he doesn't have a home, because he can't afford it.
Yeah.
He was lying there, thinking about what a good job he did, when this shadow loomed over him and was like, "Aren't you tired of living in the gutters?" And he was like, "No, it's all right, actually. I kind of enjoy it." And this figure was like, I can make you so much more. And it was like, honestly, mate, I kind of like where I am. It's been a family business for a while. And the figure was like, silence, mortal, and then bites him and makes him a vampire. He's kind of a bit miffed about it.
Alphonse. Alphonse offered a quote.
The gutters. A life away from the
gutters.
gutters. This feels a lot like The Court of Darkness. Not sure if that's the English name. Basically, it's a story where in the 1400s, the French nobility turned themselves into vampires and enslaved the world. Huh. Like all the nobility is vampires? Huh. I'll have to look into that. That sounds interesting.
Refusal. That's how you spell refusal. It's with a U.
It's reminding me I need to finish playing Vampire. I never finished that game. You play as a surgeon who's a vampire during like the Black Death era. No, not the Black Death. I think it's the Spanish flu.
Fair enough.
But you're like you're specialized in like blood. So you know loads about blood and then you get turned into a vampire.
So, we have created your character. Jean-Francois, a French peasant from the French Middle Ages, who is a gutter cleaner. Who knows Louis, the butcher's son, who he stole ham from one time. Elise, the butcher's daughter, who used to be his lover. And Claude, another peasant who is his childhood friend. There is also Alphonse, a member of the French nobility, who is the one that turned Jean-Francois. He has a pitchfork, yes, with a missing spike, which is a family heirloom.
We're now in New York.
Another family heirloom that's a petrified baguette, which he believes is magic and has been passed down for generations, but never eaten. And a wagon for carrying shit, I guess. And his skills are gutter cleaning, thievery, but specifically items that should be too big to hide, and he has no sense of smell. And although he is very pale, his veins are very visible and are shit brown.
He's got the
is
sewers coursing through his veins.
So, now we start the game.
Dun dun dun. Half an hour in.
Half an hour in.
Shit life, not shit if can't smell. Yeah, I mean, he's perfect for the job, really.
Okay. We start with prompt number 1. In your blood hunger, you destroyed someone close to you. Kill a mortal character. Create a mortal if none are available, and take the skill Bloodthirst. So, how 1000-Year-Old Vampire works is you go to a prompt, usually denoted by what you roll. You usually just start off with 1. You basically make up your story based on the prompt given to you, and it can also tell you to change things. You gain memories, potentially lose memories, and different characters and stuff like that. So, and this is the first prompt you get. Once again, in your blood hunger, you destroy someone close to you. Kill a mortal character. Create a mortal if none are available. Well, you have some, and take the skill Bloodthirsty.
Okay, Bashim, to answer your question, he didn't get the job because of his lack of smell. He lost his sense of smell when he fell in the sewers. He got the job because it's a family job. Yeah. His family have all been gutter cleaners. Right, so I've got to choose a mortal to kill.
So, what do you... Because this is like we build this narrative based on it. So, what do you think? What do you think happened? What happened here? What caused you to kill this character, and who could it have been?
So
Elise
I feel like makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume this is like he's just been turned, right? And he's like
Yes.
the hunger that comes from just being turned has like overtaken him. So he's just been turned. Things are changing in his body. He's confused. He seeks out his lover in this confusion, and then bam, bites her, eats her. She has been slain in his confusion and overwhelming urge to feed.
Very nice. You gain the skill Bloodthirsty. And now what we do is these are called experience. And each memory can have up to 3 experience. And you put the experiences to the memories that you believe it works best with. So I feel like this could potentially go under meeting Elise. So, yeah.
It kills Elise. It was a short love.
I mean, we don't know how long this love
This is true.
was before meeting Alphonse.
That's a very serious story for a very silly character. I love it. Exactly. That's what this is going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be this goofy little guy, a peasant gutter cleaner who's just got this harrowing, dark story.
I'll make...
It's like my Christmas
me.
D&D session. I wrote a horror story to run for my Christmas session and then told everyone to make comedy characters.
And here I was with the monk.
Yep. And Leo was an angry turkey. Ooh.
I feed on it. Elise, killing her. And now
I was
we
gonna go killing her instantly. No, killing her very slowly.
we could do very slowly.
He didn't really know how to feed, so it was very messy.
And we will
I'm just gonna cross it out.
or like mark it in red.
Red. Dead.
Now you need to roll your 2 dice.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Whoa. Right, so I've put dice cam down here. Wow, it's really dark. Why is my dice cam so dark?
So
2
how
seconds.
we travel through the different chapters in this game is you roll the d10 and the d6, then you subtract what you rolled on the d6 from the d10.
Huh, right, so dice cam, I'm gonna roll down here. Ibby. We rolled.
Which means we can potentially go back.
I got a 3 on the d10 and I got a 5 on the d6.
So a -2. We can't go back. We can't go further back than 1. So we go to the second prompt on this chapter. So you are overcome by panic and maul someone close to you, accidentally turning them into a monster like yourself. Convert a beloved mortal character into an enemy immortal character. Take the skill Ashamed.
Whoa, I've got the perfect thing.
Okay.
So, Louis runs into the room after hearing noises. Who knows what noises he thought he was hearing. Witnesses me feeding on Elise and killing Elise. And, tries to prevent it, at which point, I'm going a bit nuts at this point and overcome by panic at being caught feeding on Elise, attack him, but don't kill him and instead turn him into a monster like myself.
Fair enough. So what do you think this would go under? Potentially...
I do have just realized it does say someone close to you and a beloved mortal character.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, sorry.
oh,
Does he count as a beloved character? To be fair, he is the brother of the character's
Yeah.
lover, so I'll, sure, we'll go with it rather than change the story.
yeah. So,
um, I guess would it go on, follow on from that one? Yeah, from 4.
I guess so, because
I feel like it
it's
doesn't
like
really follow on
under
from
the whole-
1
yeah,
or 2 even.
and it's kind of under the like family of Elise. So
Mhm. On the baguette. Spin the baguette. I bludgeoned Louis to death with the petrified baguette. No. Oh, he fully believed that the baguette got turned. Oh, that's what you mean. I need to stop picking the skin on my fingers. It's a habit I still have. Let's spin this. Play with the fidget dice wand instead. I can actually have a little better show of it on the stream. Right.
Ooh. Roll again.
Roll again. Let's hope I get something better this time. That is a 7 on the D10 and a 2 on the D6.
So we go forward 5.
Da, 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 da.
A mortal character begins serving you. Who are they? Why are they drawn to you? Create a mortal character.
So I've gained a thrall.
Mm-hmm.
I've gained a peasant. They've got to be a even lower born peasant than Jean.
An up and coming gutter cleaner apprentice.
The person that had to take over when Jean disappeared. I need more French names. French names. One of your cousins trying to learn the family business. That is perfect. So they are a cousin who is trying to pick up where they left off, but nothing could ever live up to the talents, the gutter cleaning talents of Jean-Francois. And let's call him Beau.
Beau.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, Beau?
Yeah. Taking up the family business. Beau.
A servant. So, what? I feel like this comes under the first memory. Or, because it's, like, to do with you and your family. So, what do you think happens with, how does Beau begin serving you?
So he's cleaning the gutter one night or morning or day. I don't know. When do people clean the gutters? Probably in the evenings. Because it'll be cooler and also there'll be less horses. So he's cleaning the gutter one evening when Jean drifts down the street. I say drift. I don't know if he can fly, but he comes down the street like, it looks like he's drifting because he's got that vampiric elegance now, you know? And he stumbles across his cousin cleaning the gutter. And he decides to mentor him and how better to scoop the horse manure. And Beau just becomes absolutely enthralled by him. Both physically and figuratively.
Which, I'm a master.
Yeah. Bo or Bo. The second one, Bushimi. That's how we spelt it. Because a shit cleaner called Beautiful is hilarious. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
The greatest techniques. He couldn't quite figure out the best way to like pitchfork that manure. At which point Jean pulls out the family heirloom pitchfork.
The 3-pronged pitchfork. Oh, roll again.
Roll again. Is this one of those things where like I could just die?
Not soon.
Okay, because I don't really know how. I know nothing about this game, so I have no idea how this goes. I should probably have gotten the camera up for the for dice cam, but that was a 4 on the D10 and a 3 on the D6, so 1.
7.
7.
Your
they
body
added together?
manifests. No, it.
Oh, we
Because
moved on to 7.
You moved on to 7.
Sorry,
Yeah.
because I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yes.
My brain.
Yeah, you move forward 1 to 7. Your body manifests some trait related to the vampire that created you. How do you become more like them? Create a skill that reflects.
A vampiric trait
Related to Alphonse.
related to Alphonse specifically.
Yes. How do you become more like him?
Let's go with like vampiric charisma. Alphonse is a very charismatic character. But the problem was he was talking to a shit scooper who was very satisfied with his job.
A very content shit scooper.
Yeah. Vampirink.
This is why I write a lot of my D&D notes and stuff by hand instead of typing it.
I'm way quicker at typing.
Yeah,
Alphonse
I
messed
just
with the wrong shit meddler.
vampiric charisma.
Vampiric charisma. He's really good at talking to people. Do I need to come up with a memory for it?
I think so. There's some things I'm not fully sure of, but it's like underneath the prompt.
It says add a memory unless instructed otherwise. Every time you answer a prompt,
every time
must
you
create...
create an experience in that. Okay, so yes.
So how does he get this vampiric charisma? After talking to his cousin. His cousin becomes enthralled with him. Something changes within him. His veins glow shit brown. He's teaching and mentoring Bo on the best ways to be a shit scooper. And things start to change.
So after a lot of time talking with Bo, like what, just natural charisma.
Yeah, you know how vampires can sometimes choose to like charm someone a little bit. Like it might not necessarily be like full on magical charming, but they can kind of activate it. He accidentally uses it on Bo. And when he does it, his brown veins glow brown a little bit.
Roll them dice again.
Roll the dice. Astarion found his soulmate. Oh, I forgot to. I did roll, but I'm gonna, because I forgot to have the dice cam, I'm gonna re-roll because I could cheat.
Could you?
That is a -1.
-1. So back to sit. And
Bum,
because
bum,
we're
bum.
back here, we go to the second prompt.
Ah.
A trusted
Oh,
mortal
no.
character that betrays you in a surprising way. Lose a resource. Why did they do this? Why did you forgive them?
Bo stole the pitchfork.
Bo stole the pitchfork. No.
No. He thinks that he can usurp me. Bo believes that he can usurp Jean-Francois as the greatest gutter cleaner of all time. He breaks his bonds as the thrall and steals the family heirloom pitchfork, believing that Jean is no longer worthy of wielding it.
But why do you forgive him?
I forgive him because, he's only mortal. One day he will learn of his hubris and he will understand that he will never be the shit scooper that I ever was.
The petrified baguette is currently safe for Jimmy, don't worry.
The baguette is safe. I can't believe that Bo would do this.
Pitchford.
Pitchford.
How about you you find it somewhat funny, thinking like
Silly mortal.
silly
He will
mortal.
never be as good as me.
And that's why you
Understanding
forgive
his
him, because it's
foolishness,
funny.
I forgive him. Silly Bo. Bo is starting to sound like a shonen protagonist. Bo
Roll
is
again.
Gary from Pokemon. Roll again. Let's not forget the dice cam this time. I didn't want to set up a permanent dice cam because I didn't want to have the whole ass arm just in the way again. So that is a 1.
And 1.
In total. I rolled a 7 on the D10 and a 6 on the D6.
Alright. Back to 7. Prompt number 2. People see a horror in you that you cannot perceive in yourself. What mark do you possess that you don't know about? Create a mark and a suspicious mortal that's seen it. What name do the people call you when your back is turned?
Dun, dun, dun. He's begun to smell. And naturally he can't tell.
Oh my god, yes!
He's like, I'm an immortal now. I don't need to bathe. Not knowing that he does, in fact, need to bathe. Journey Adventure, raiding with a party of 15 people. Hi.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody that's joining. Chaotic Nerd Boy, thank you for the follow. Tipsy Tiger, thank you for the follow. Welcome, everybody. We are playing 1000 Year Vampire. I am a... Oh my gosh, so many follows. I can't keep up. Who have I read at this point? I read Chaotic Nerd Boy, Candy Coated Reality, Journey Adventures, and Sunflare Space. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. I am a gutter cleaning peasant in Middle Ages France.
But what are you in the game?
Wow. Called Jean-Francois, and I am also a vampire. How's everything going? We're excited to meet a new streamer friend today. It's going good. Yeah, we're playing a vampire game, and I guess we'll run through what has happened so far.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he was a master gutter cleaner, who stole a hunk of ham from the butcher's son, a strangely large hunk of ham, from the butchers, and thus made an enemy of the butcher's son.
Louis.
Louis, yes, he is a lover with Elise, who is the butcher's daughter, who he met by cleaning the gutter right before she walked in the road. And he has a childhood friend called Claude, who was also a peasant, who he's just known since he was a child. A few things happened in his life. He fell into the sewers and lost his sense of smell, but used his petrified baguette as a method of navigation by spinning it and just following whatever direction it went in.
The random baguette.
Yeah. And then one day when he was having a nap in the gutter after a good day of cleaning, the vampire Alphonse arrived and offered him a life where he could be so much more away from the gutters. Now, Jean was actually quite content being a gutter cleaner, as it is the family business and it's all he knows. So he turned the vampire down, who turned him into a vampire anyway, because he believed that he could become so much more. Now, in this change of body and mind, becoming a vampire, he sought out Elise because he didn't know what was going on, and was overcome by bloodthirst and murdered Elise, feeded upon her. At which point Louis, her brother, runs in after hearing noises, and in this bloodthirst and confusion, Jean attacks Louis, but doesn't kill him, and instead turns him into a monster just like him and creates an eternal enemy. Then later on, Jean found Beau, his cousin, who has taken over the family business of gutter cleaning, at which point he taught Beau how to be a better gutter cleaner, and Beau became enthralled by him and became this follower. However, Beau then, thinking that he could be the better gutter cleaner, in his hubris, steals the family heirloom 3-pronged pitchfork and runs away with it. But I forgive him because I understand his foolishness as a mortal and know that he could never be as good as me. And we've just gotten to a point now where people see a horror in me that I can't perceive. And we have decided that as I can't smell this mark that people have seen in me that I can't tell, is I have a very unpleasant permanent smell. So he be stanky, but he can't tell because he can't smell. So is it?
You need to create a suspicious mortal character who has, it says seen it, but has experienced this.
Hang on, Leo is stealing dice cam just for a second to just point the phone. Leo is going to be showing the cat who is having a snooze.
Oh, she woke up.
Snoozing kitty.
Snoozing cat. This is Artemis, our cat. What's everybody been saying? I think we brought our resident vampire with us. They might be in a work meeting. They're in the viewers list. He's so invested in this character. And a cat cam. The cat cam isn't permanent. It's actually currently a dice cam. However, Leo wanted to show off the cat. For free? Well, maybe one day we'll have a permanent cat cam. Although she doesn't always sleep there. Oh, the screen just goes dark. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Leo. But yeah, I am also using that as a dice cam. And in other streams, I've been using it as a model painting cam. Does she yawn? So, we need to create a suspicious mortal who has noticed this smell. And what name do people call me when my back is turned? Bashimi, what's a French word for stinky?
Lestonk.
Lestonk. Jean Lestonk.
John Lestonk.
Jean Lestonk. Puant? Sure. Jean Le Puant.
Okay.
Is that his vampire name?
Wow.
What?
Name.
Oh, she turned her back on us.
How
A suspicious mortal. Is that a ragdoll? It is indeed a ragdoll, yeah. Leo gonna make people motion sick with the cat cam. You feel like there's value in choosing something that is stinky but coveted if you're wealthy.
Lead.
Jean Le Puant is legit something we'd come up with as kids. It's perfect. Right, so I need another French name. Let's go back to Google. This is how I've been naming characters. We've got Beau. How about Fleur?
Fleur.
Yeah.
Who is Fleur?
Who is Fleur? She is the maid of a local tavern. The drinks maid, or whatever they're called. Like a waitress,
Local
but medieval.
tavern wench.
Tavern wench. There needs to be a memory of her noticing the stank.
I feel like this could come under the losing the sense of smell thing because you obviously can't smell it.
Yeah, indeed. So he was in the tavern, having an ale. The Artemis Cam was drowning me in cuteness. Yeah, she do be. She's having a snooze on her sunbed. So he's in the tavern, having an ale that he's not entirely sure he can actually drink, but is drinking it anyway. When the tavern wench brings him a drink and scrunches up her face a little bit, and he doesn't really know why. He's like, oh, that's a bit weird. She's looking at me a bit weird. And then she goes off and starts calling him Jean Le Puant.
That looks so comfortable. You can't just like, oh, you died.
She flop. Are his veins always glowing brown, or is that just a situational thing? That's when he charms people. That's when
Yeah,
he uses
I
his
think-
vampiric charms.
I like to think that like some of the more main arteries always do have a hint of brown to them.
If it's really dark, there's like these little
There's a brown
there's
glow.
a very faint brown glow on his like main arteries, especially close to the bite. The charming shit brown glow. Yeah, especially close to the bite marks,
Yeah.
which is also where most of the smell is coming from.
Cool. Roll them dice, boy.
Roll it at Leo. I need dice cam.
Oh, but she did a big yawn.
She did do a big yawn. We gotta
Heck
roll
yeah.
the dice. Oh my god, my microphone's in my way. Hang on, let's just move the whole thing over. We got an 8 on the D10 and a 3 on the D6, so a 5 in total.
Alright,
you want
jump
cat
to
cam again?
12.
Beans. I saw someone just say
Oh.
Beans.
what a lovely
New
cat.
laws or social mores
dice
make it
now.
harder for you to hide amongst the populace. How are you nearly caught and destroyed? Check a skill.
Oof.
Create a skill. Create a mortal criminal that assists.
Goodbye.
So,
The cat has
we
left.
have a new term, checking a skill.
Find over here.
When you check a skill, it
Mhm.
means you essentially use it. So you kind of like use up the skill kind of thing. There are situations where you can like uncheck skills and get them back,
Mhm.
but yeah, so it's essentially you're using a skill. So we'll go up to
So I'm basically using a skill and creating a skill because a new law or social more has made it harder for me to hide.
Not having much success with cat cam.
My watch just yelled at me. Lurking Bashimi is when people like watch the stream but don't want to be active in the comments. I don't actually have a lurk command set up unless Twitch just has one by default, but I get the vibe anyway. Hello, Artemis. I don't. She's like just off cam.
Got some toes on cam.
So what could have happened? What law or social change? The spreading of soap.
Spreading of soaps.
Soap begins to become a bit more commonplace among the masses. And naturally, Jean smells. How does time passing in this work, by the way?
Unless it like states it, it's kind of like ambiguous, and it can be like as much time as you kind of want passes. Like there are some times where it'll say, a century passes," but
Right.
you can also kind of make that decision yourself as to like how long has passed.
Yeah. I guess we didn't really choose a specific like time that this was taking place in. When was the Black Death?
When was the Black?
When did the Black Death happen?
Just, I don't know. Give it a little Google. That's one of the rules is like, don't be afraid to if you want to like Google shit.
Okay, so the Black Death was a bubonic plague occurring in Europe from 1346 to 1353. So we'll start this like 1344-ish. So like 2 years have passed
before the Black Death.
Mm-hmm. It's set like just before, and then with the Black Death, people are cleaning more.
So a couple years have passed since, or like we'll say we're like late 1340s, so like 1349-ish, where like the plague has started, so people are now washing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Naturally, people are more aware of people looking diseased and smelling diseased.
Yeah.
So as a social cue, that makes Jean much more visible socially, because although he was already stinkier than most people, now he's like definitely stinkier than most people, and his veins also make him look a bit. He's very pale and he's got these brown veins, so there's a bit of like concern there. But a skill to use that could get around this.
Maybe his expert gutter cleaning of like, oh yes, I'm kind of like I'm cleaning up after, I'm making sure everywhere's clean because the plague and that kind of thing.
This is what I was thinking, something along that lines. Like he uses gutter cleaning as a shield for his smell.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm just cleaning gutters all the time.
I'm clean. I'm making sure everywhere is clean. I'm from France.
Sure,
yes, I have a fucking
clean.
West Country accent.
This is
though
a
I'm from
French
France.
accent.
That's not a
You
French
going to bed?
accent. I am going to bed, but what the fuck?
Good night, Leo.
Good night.
I love you. Now, it's definitely a Frenchman that's been living in the West Country and was born in the West Country and has never been to France.
We are in the West Country. Jana Frenchman.
So yeah, he's using that as a way of covering it up. But people, I guess the reason it's been marked is because he's not actually really cleaning the gutters. So like people could become a bit suspicious of that. And also his gutter cleaning skills are getting rusty if he doesn't keep up with it. It's been a couple years.
Been a few years. He's left it to Bo for a bit.
Left it to
Bo's
Bo,
been
yeah.
doing it.
And also he doesn't have his pitchfork either. That's suspicious.
No, he can't.
No.
He can't clean without his pitchfork.
Yeah,
so.
but the roads are being cleaned because Bo is doing it, and he's basically taking the credit for that. And also create a mortal criminal who assists you.
So we have checked. So yeah, we need to create a skill and a mortal criminal.
A skill lying.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
mean,
that's a
that's
good one.
pretty.
He do be lying. Why are you always lying? And a mortal criminal who's assisting him. Someone is. What happened to Louis? I'm sure it will come up.
I don't know, Louis could come back. Louis could. That could be the last we've seen of Louis. Who knows?
I maimed him so severely. He's immortal, but also cannot move. Right, a criminal that's helping me, and also why is he helping me?
Could be. He could be a friend of Bo's who he lost to the gutter cleaning trade. Like,
It's an
my
urchin.
friend, an urchin.
It's
Yeah.
an urchin, a small child who lives on the street, who he instructed to steal a pitchfork. He wanted his pitchfork stolen back from Bo, but the child did in fact just bring him a random pitchfork, thinking he won't be able to tell the difference, but it isn't missing that one spike. The Eternal Butcher versus the Eternal Shit Cleaner. Their battle will be legendary. So yeah, Jean has a pitchfork, but it's not the pitchfork. So it's not quite right. His skills aren't quite there using a normal pitchfork.
What do you think? Jean would call this character, or do you think Jean would just be like, "Hello, urchin"?
Urchin.
Just called urchin.
Yeah, he's just called Urchin.
And where do you think we?
Urchin. Because it's French. It's pronounced Urchin.
But Jimmy, he didn't get the pitchfork back. He got a pitchfork.
Mm-hmm. There's a bug
where
in my drink.
are we thinking? Oh no!
Get out of here.
Where are we thinking of putting this?
Yeah, what memories have we got?
I got to clean it from the Middle
Maybe
Ages.
the Bo one?
Yeah, so
needing the social camouflage, he wanted his pitchfork back and instructed an urchin to steal it, who instead brought him a different pitchfork, thinking he wouldn't notice. Sorry, I'm making you have to type so much. The ham theft got completely forgotten. Well, it would get a bit forgotten behind someone murdering your sister and also attempting to murder you. I'd probably stop thinking about the fact that they stole my ham. Maybe that's just me, though. Look, the thievery skills will come up in the future. It's the biggest offend IMO. So this game's built to be able to be played solo, isn't it?
yeah,
But
In
I do
theory,
agree
you
with
could
you.
just
It seems
do
more
this by
fun
yourself.
with a person like running
you
you
can,
through
like,
it.
yeah, like bouncing ideas off of each other instead of just sat there like
Yeah.
kind of thing.
You could fully just make a D&D campaign using this as prompts.
Yeah. So, one thing I will say is, because this has come into play now, each memory can only have three
three experiences.
three experiences as part of it. So
So I'm gonna have to
and there
start
may be
coming up with
times-
experiences that work for different memories.
either that or like you might have to lose a memory and to make space for a new one and that kind
I
And
see.
there is a resource that you can choose to make for free called a diary. And if this works for your character, you can choose to make a diary and you can put 4 memories into this diary. I At the moment I feel like it doesn't quite work for
No, I
Jean
don't think that
Francois.
Jean can read.
Yeah, but yes. So anyway, with that said, roll them dice, boy.
Roll the dice. I forgot about dice rolling. It's been so long. Can I capture the liquid core of these dice as well? We got that's a -4.
Oh, back to oh no. You are recognized for what you are by another
Oh.
creature like yourself.
Oh
Create
no.
an immortal character, lose a resource, and gain a skill.
Oh
What
no.
do you lose to them?
No. My resources.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm. You're recognized before you are by another creature. An immortal character. What skill? Let's move that camera so it's not just aimed at a parcel.
Dox yourself.
Yeah. Vampire who used to be a plague doctor and who is very displeased by the cleanliness of the streets. Well, because the cleanliness is putting them out of the job.
And therefore they can't feed because they don't have the patience to feed on.
Or alternatively, a vampire who used to be, or who still is, one of the body collectors. The bring out your dead.
Yeah.
But they're actually grateful for the street cleaning because it's made it much easier for them to travel around with their carts. But they are very displeased with the fact that Jean is pretending and taking the credit for said street cleaning and knows that they are not really doing it.
And therefore takes his wagon
He steals the wagon.
steals the
yes.
wagon because it's like, well, you don't need this, and this will make my job easier.
However, I'm trying to think of a skill that I would gain from this. I mean, I've noticed that the skills aren't necessarily skills like ashamed.
Yeah.
What skill could I gain from this? This is a difficult one. As a result, he becomes aware of his appearance and his actions and actually becomes a better actor. So not only is he now a liar, but he's also an actor.
I was that, or I was thinking because this vampire's a body collector, he has the skill of knowing where the bodies are.
Oh.
I mean, it's up to you. At the end of the day, it's your Jean Francois, but
he gains the skill of body disposal. Because no one will think to look at. No one's gonna want to look at a cart full of, Black Death bodies. So he's like, I know that this guy's around. I can dispose of bodies in this guy's cart.
So, I think,
in my wagon that he has stolen from me.
I want to check how this kind of works. If we can just like create a new memory from a prompt kind of thing. Answering prompt.
Never
Sorry.
force things. If relationships between existing traits or past events relate to a prompt, work them in. You do not need to answer every question in the prompt.
Oh, there. Start the play. Seeing if it like says about. I think we've gone too far. My bad. I mean, at the end of the day, it does say you can kind of play it how you want. So if we want to like lose a memory in order to make a new one from this, we can.
Oh yeah, because what memories have I got that story would actually fit in?
Yeah.
Mainly, mainly number one.
So that we can like say you lose the memory of stealing this large ham from the local butchers in order to make way for this new memory of meeting this new person. Or like
The
you
stealing
want
the
to get rid
ham
of...
was so long ago.
Yeah, because that's the kind of the whole thing of this game is you like as time goes on you start to lose memories.
Yeah, you change.
You change and that kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, that works.
So
I feel like I make an acquaintance with a person just like me, only they're a body collector.
Thank you, autocorrect. No. So what was it? It was like they kind of...
They reprimanded me for pretending to be the person cleaning the streets.
Sure.
So we know of each other. They don't hate me, but they're a bit like, that guy's a bit off.
Yeah.
But like, we're not necessarily enemies, you know. They did steal my cart. Stole my wagon.
So roll them dice, boy.
Roll the dice. The letter. We got a 10 and a 4. So 6.
So we go to 14. An enemy character uses a lost resource to turn your few friends against you.
No.
Check 3 skills to regain the resource, or check 1 skill to barely survive. Which former friend did you kill? Where did you flee? I think I know who's gonna come back. And I think I know what he's gonna have.
So, now, is it Bo or is it Louis?
I'm thinking... Ooh, because I
Has
was
Louis
thinking...
stolen the pitchfork from Bo? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, because, Bo is like he's a young man. He's like, what, 12? If we're going by how long people tended to live in this time, he's like 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
And Louis is a butcher, so and he's immortal. So I think Louis could potentially take the pitchfork off of Bo.
Mm-hmm. Now I have to either check 3 skills to regain my pitchfork, or check one skill to barely survive.
As Louis comes after you, you see him, I don't know, dashing down the street at you, your family pitchfork in hand. ready to stab at you with it.
Now, what skills do we have left? Thievery, but only for items that should be too big to hide. Now, a pitchfork does, I feel, fit in the category of an item that
feel like
should
it
be
could.
too big to hide. Thievery, bloodthirsty also works if I am going to kill Louis. And body disposal.
Oh.
But I lose body disposal because while I get away with it, you know, the body collector vampire isn't gonna let me get away with it again, you know?
I don't think it doesn't say that you killed the character. That's the thing, because
No, it does say which former friend did you kill.
oh shit, it does. Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily say you have to have killed them, and
Yeah.
before it did say you don't have to answer every question,
Yeah.
but
True.
I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to kill Louis.
And when you check a skill, that's when they're like turned yellow as you've done it, right? You
Yes.
can't reuse them until you get them back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Louis has come at me with a pitchfork. I have used my thievery to steal the pitchfork from him, have been bloodthirsty and murdered him with the pitchfork, and then have disposed of the body in the body collector's cart.
And then we can unredden the pitchfork.
We got the motherfucking pitchfork back.
We got the pitchfork back.
However, I can't really use Bo as a cover-up anymore because he doesn't have a pitchfork. So what memory would that go into?
I feel like it could fit in either 2 or 4. Because 4 is to do with Louis, but like 2 is to do with like you've got the body collector, you've got the clean streets that come from Bo, and
let's go with 2.
Kind of thing. Yep.
Just because otherwise we fill up for.
Yeah.
So thinking about it strategically, this is an RPG after all. This is one of the greatest stories ever made. I'm going to turn this into a visual novel. I'm going to write a novel about this.
So, from Bo.
Write a novel called Jean Le Puant.
Jean Le Puant.
Yes, the shit vein strategy. You kill Louis but break the pitchfork. No, I'm regaining it. I regain a resource. I don't want to break it. Unless I get it reforged.
Of the body.
This is Shakespeare. I gotta say.
Cool. Roll again.
Roll the dice. That is a 10 and a 1, so 9.
9. 23.
20. Wow, we really shot forwards there.
You master a strange new science or field of knowledge. How does your vampire nature give you special insight into these studies? Create an appropriate skill based on a memory.
Science or a field of knowledge. What were the really bougie Roman sewers called? Was it aqueducts?
Yeah.
Or just I become incredibly knowledgeable on sewers in general. You know, I remember that time that I fell in the sewer and I I gain an in-depth knowledge of navigating sewers, especially using the baguette.
Mm. So yeah, from your time in the sewers, you gain. Or how
Mhm.
about just an in-depth knowledge of how sewers work
How
and
sewers work?
like
Aqueduct craft.
aqueducts and that kind of thing. And
Mhm.
like we could say time has moved on a bit, and uh people are like getting like they're not just throwing shit out into the street,
So the
and they're
street
like,
cleaners are becoming a little less needed as sewers are
yeah.
becoming more prevalent.
And because of your time from being a street cleaner, and from your time
In the sewers.
in the in the sewers with your petrified baguette,
He navigated
you're-
out with that baguette, but it was a very undescript period of time.
Mm.
We don't know how long he was actually down there for.
Yeah, so you gain an in-depth knowledge of how sewers work.
hmm
I'm sure there's a word for like this kind of thing.
For a sewer expert.
Yeah,
Shall I look it up?
sure.
Word for sewer expert. No, not doer expert. No, not you expert.
You be-
Sewer.
You gain a knowledge of plumbing.
A connoisseur.
Yes, you are now the connoisseur.
Oh, that's incredible.
But yeah, the fucking word I was thinking of is like plumbing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Just a plumber.
you basically you become a plumber.
I become a connoisseur. Spin the baguette best strategy. Absolutely. You still think Jean should have an alliance with flies? They will call him the Lord of the Flies. When did France gain sewers? Let's find out.
Who knows? Probably not like in Black Death times, but fuck it, you know.
When did the sewers of the French capital Paris date back to the year 1370?
Oh, so yes, actually, like kind of
So
around / just after Black Death.
yeah,
I
about
don't remember
20
the
years
name.
after the Black Death.
So yeah, we could say moved on to about then.
Yeah, about 20 years has passed. Amazing. I love that. It all came together so well. That's because the catacombs, but the rest of France probably didn't until later. Did the catacombs influence the sewer ducts? Everything just comes up with Paris sewers. So we're just gonna go back. We'll tell you what. This is set in Paris.
Sure, yeah, that works. And I feel like the skill you get is plumbing.
No, I really liked connoisseur.
I don't know how you spell connoisseur.
Let me.
It's like the normal way is like that. So then Sewer.
Oh, I can't find any more. I can't remember what
I've got it.
joked. Corner. Yeah, there you go.
Plumber.
The
It's
like
connoisseur.
connoisseur Bashimi, but it's a play on words.
So instead of a connoisseur, it's a connoisseur.
A connoisseur
Because you're a connoisseur of sewers.
of sewers. So we're now in around 1370s. I feel like we need a year counter.
I mean, if you want to put a year counter on the fucking screen somewhere.
I can put it on the stream.
Yeah.
How do I sources, text, add source, new source. Yeah. Add source. Text. Well, we're in 13. Let's go like 1372. The sewers have been around in Paris for like 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very small year counter. It took me a
I'm
second
still-
to spot it.
I could. You spotted it before I did.
Hmm.
Color. Oh, I made it black, but I want to put an outline on it. No, I didn't want to close it. How do I put an outline on it?
Fucking I don't know.
Opacity, background color. Oh, that's like a full bar. That's not what I wanted at all. Ah, outline. I found it. Font size. There.
Yeah, that's good.
1372.
Cool. Well, roll the dice.
Roll the dice. Oh shit, I knocked over my can. Good job it's empty. I'm an alcoholic. We got an 8 and a 5. So 3.
326.
Dun dun dun.
So, okay. We are. I'm trying to
Oh.
think how far we've moved. We've
Mhm.
moved like 40 years ish.
Hang on, let me look up Black Death again. Because we started 2 years before the Black Death,
Mm-hmm.
so which would have been 1344.
Okay,
And
so
it's
we
now
moved
1372.
38 years. Wait, no,
28 years.
that's not how that went. 28.
So
Cool.
I accidentally create a vampire through sloppy feeding.
Mm.
In fact, shall I
Create
add
an
years?
immortal character.
Shall I add years past on the counter?
Yeah.
So, who have I created?
Because I'm trying to think who would still, if anyone would have died yet.
Who knows?
Yeah. I'd say Bo is still probably alive.
Yeah,
Oh
Bo's still
my God.
around. I think they're all still around. The urchin
Yeah.
might have died from the plague,
Yeah.
but who knows?
So
Right. So who have I?
I know who I like the idea of.
Who have I fed on? Who do you like the idea of?
I like the idea of it being Bo.
Being Bo, I fed on Bo, but sloppily, and created an immortal character.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hey, baby.
Hmm.
And that's probably why you don't destroy them, because
Evelyn.
it's a member of your family, and it's your shit cleaning protege.
What skills have I got? Because I have to check
Oh
a
yeah, you're
skill.
checking a skill.
Lying. Okay, let me look at memories real quick just to see how I could slot this in.
Oh yeah.
um, where's the one about me smelling like shit?
It'll
Number 3,
be
because that's when I got
number 3.
nicknamed Le Puant.
Jean Le
Because
Poin.
I'm thinking I use my skills at lying, or my vampire charms to feed on Fleur, the tavern
On
wench.
Fleur, the tavern wench.
Yeah, but through sloppy feeding, I accidentally make her immortal instead.
Mm. That work?
I'm thinking that because it makes the most sense that, it's just someone like that I would have been feeding on.
Mm. I am cool with that.
Jean
So
lost
we
his
are.
job to technology. Yeah, don't we all?
So maybe you return to that bar one day
Mhm.
and
He returns to that tavern and uses his vampire charms to
uh,
talk Fleur into spending the night with him. And then screws up feeding.
we'll put that in. Spending a night with me.
Put that in quotes.
Yeah. Why? So why do you not destroy them, or is it just out
It's just
of
sloppy
sheer
feeding. He just did
sloppiness?
it by accident. Oh, why do you not destroy them is the thing. Maybe he didn't even realize.
Maybe
He didn't even
maybe you
realize they
thought.
survived.
Yeah, maybe you thought that you killed her, but
Yeah. I thought I killed
turned
her
out.
through feeding. Didn't even know she survived and got turned. Her story is very close to what mine was originally going to be. Not enough homoeroticism. Is this a vampire story or not? Are you kidding? The whole story with Bo.
Oh,
He
yeah,
became enthralled with me.
yeah.
They're cousins, it's fine. Back in those days.
Back in those days, fine, it's okay. That's how it worked back then. Yeah, and then check the skill, vampiric charisma.
Yeah. He pushed
So.
it just too far to charm someone who nicknamed him Le Puant.
Maybe that's why.
That's why
'Cause
he lost it, yeah.
Yeah.
He overdid it.
So roll the dice again.
Roll them dice. That is a 9 and a 5. So
So
4.
4.
That do be maths.
We were on 26, so 30.
Dun dun dun.
What social skills have you forgotten? What social
Social
mores have you
mores.
forgotten?
Loser
Loser
checked
check
skill.
Skill.
Shame.
Shame.
He's lost the ability to feel ashamed.
Wait, where? Oh no, it's lose a checked skill, so it's
Oh,
one
lose
of
a
the yellow ones.
checked skill. So something
Yeah.
that I already had that I now have
Yeah,
just
something that you
completely
used.
lost.
Yeah, something that you've used, but
Gutter
now-
cleaning.
yeah, you no longer need to do it. Your
Mhm.
initial idea, your
It's been
initial
decades.
family idea is gone.
It's been decades. I became a
been de-
connoisseur. What music is this? This is like fight music. Oh, it's literally from Pokemon.
Mm.
It's the Entei battle music. No more shame, my man's been stinking for decades. I mean, he really has lost shame, but
Yeah.
did he ever have it?
What do you think would be the story behind this? I guess.
Hmm. Maybe one.
One or maybe 5, because you
Ah, the life
eventually
away from
did
the
have your life
gutters.
away from the gutters.
Yeah, decades away from the gutters has caused him to forget where he came from.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Tragic.
that is a tragedy. The one thing that he never wanted to lose. Bo's laughing, but I have the pitchfork.
Bo would be laughing if his job hadn't also got replaced.
I came into this knowing nothing about what this game was going to be. I thought there was going to be fighting. I thought it was going to
No.
be like one of those choose your own adventure books that like Simon and Lewis played.
Mm. What I was put on this earth to do.
To do, yes. I love that it's not even been like this is still within a mortal's lifetime.
It's been like 30 years, it's fine.
Not even.
Yeah. Roll the dice.
Roll those dice. Man, who even is he anymore? How can he bear the name? That is 5 minus 2, 3.
3.
You
You know where the old things are. Create a resource and make an enemy character into a friend.
Ooh. Create a resource. And what enemies do we have?
Well, Louis dead.
Yeah.
The body collector vampire was somewhat of an enemy because he didn't like what you were
Yeah.
doing. The local tavern
Yeah.
witch you didn't like because she called you Jean Lapointe.
Yeah, to be fair, is she an enemy? I did feed on her.
I don't think it specified whether she was an enemy
I
or not.
feel
It was
like
just-
she would be, though.
Yeah.
You know, if someone had tried to feed on me and
Yeah.
kill me and I survived, I probably wouldn't like them very much. So it's between her and the body collector vampire.
3. Mm.
Let's go with Fleur. I make up with Fleur somehow. No,
Maybe-
I don't know what resource I would gain.
Maybe. Been a few years. You've made. Fleur has become more than a friend.
Oh,
And maybe you eventually. I don't know, get married to her and
we've become lovers.
become lovers, and the resource could be just like a wedding band. Or
She
something.
actually thanks me for this gift of immortality.
Mm.
And the resources are a tavern.
She through the vampiric charm that she has gained, she's managed to make her way to the top.
She has
of-
usurped the tavern.
and now she has gifted it to you.
We'll say it's been a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been we'll say it's been 2 more years, so it's now in total 30 years have passed. It's now 1374, and yes, she has just claimed the tavern for her own and has given it to me. As thanks for making her immortal, she has gifted me an empire. And the name of the tavern will be the Rotten Tooth.
Hmm.
The Broken Pitchfork.
Oh. I feel like this needs to potentially be its own memory, or your life away from the gutters. Either its own memory or your life away from the gutters.
Either I forget about Elise.
Oh, you forget about your old love in place of this new one.
No one comes to the tavern because Jean makes it stink. No, he has hired a new tavern keep.
He just gets the money from it.
Yeah, he's basically just a landlord.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna forget about Elise. We've got a new love.
I Kindle.
She introduces Jean to perfume.
And maybe
The
instead
baguette
of
awaits
she
her
gets
divine
it,
calling. One day the world will burn and only the petrified baguette will remain. What did you say?
maybe instead of she gets it to you, like
I marry into it.
You marry into it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's maybe go with a couple more years than 2.
Yeah.
Let's go with 4. So 32 years have passed since my siring.
Anyway,
In which we meant.
prompt.
Excellent spelling.
Okay.
So, am I rolling again?
Roll again.
Roll the dice. That is... that's a 1. That's a 1 and a 3. So, -2.
-2. You fall into a deep slumber for
no.
100 years. Strike
no.
out any mortal characters.
No!
Here we go. This is the stuff I was, like, waiting for.
All of the mortals!
The urchin,
Claude is gone, Bo is
Claude.
gone,
We
the
never really
urchin
knew
is
Claude,
gone.
But Bo, the urchin.
Claude barely turned up. Wow.
Claude was never mentioned at all?
I'm waking up to the tavern has become a fast food chain.
Oh
It's
my
become a
god.
tavern chain. I wake up rich.
So
Damn.
the year is now
The
1472.
year is now 1472. Yeah. Jeez. That's a big one. That's a big one.
That's a big one. There are a few like that, like a few prompts like that.
Damn. Who was king in 1472? King of France. It was Louis the 11th.
God damn, fucking Louis.
Of course it was.
It's lit if he wasn't dead.
Oh my god. Could you imagine?
Maybe you didn't actually kill him, and he's now
Dun,
the
dun,
king.
dun. I'm waiting for there to be like a mortal character you thought was dead is actually alive and immortal. Right, I guess I'm rolling again because there's
No,
not
you
really a
need to-
memory to go with that, is there? I guess it doesn't specify otherwise.
Yeah.
How do I fall into a deep slumber?
Or
What
either that or
memories have we
what
got
happens
going?
when you awake.
Or what happens when I awake?
Jean, my name is Jean-Francois. Make an acquaintance with a body collector. Fell into the sewer. Kindle love with Fleur and take ownership
if-
of the tavern.
Me and Fleur were captured by a local mob of peasants who entombed us. And we ended up sleeping for a century in this tomb before someone stumbled across it and released us.
Fair.
However, the tavern is still in our name.
The tavern is still in your name, but is the tavern still there? Who knows?
Dun dun dun. Who knows? We're gonna have to fake ancestors that we then pretend to be. Jean's still racking rent. He's still taking a cut, you know. The tavern is still actually being run by the innkeep, who is still sending money to Jean. He's just sending it to the
When did like banking start and all that? I'm guessing.
oh,
not
way
from, like...
before that, I think.
Hmm.
I've forgotten what Jean's surname was. Francois. The
Francois.
innkeep has just been sending money. The various innkeeps have come and gone and are just sending the money to the Francois estate.
Hmm.
So they've gained 100 years worth of of earnings, of profits. Who am I anymore?
Who are you?
I've lost the gutter keeping.
Roll the dice and we'll find out who you are. Potentially, I don't know.
Very quickly want to look up when were steam trains invented. I think it was a lot later. 1800s, yeah.
I was gonna say that's like Victorian era.
Right, roll them dice. That is a 10 and a 2. Go forwards, 8.
Damn.
Pew.
39.
39.
Age has damaged your diary.
No.
Oh, we don't have a diary.
Oh, I don't have a diary.
If you have no diary, do this for the first 3 nouns in a memory of middling age. So,
Huh.
where's like a middling age one? So this is
So by nouns,
You-
like literally I'm
you-
removing names from my memory.
yeah, or like like noun. So so
Do
we'll
any of my
strike
memories
out-
have more than have 3 names? Yeah, we'll go with the body collector.
Clean street? Or taking credit for clean? Who knows what was clean?
He really has forgotten who he was.
And
Who attacks him with the family pitchfork?
oh,
He doesn't remember. Whoa. Elise really got fucked by the narrative. She was the first to die. But, like, it was never gonna go any other way.
yeah.
Literally how Vampire opens.
Right. I feel like I know it says unless stated otherwise, but I feel like this is one we can be like We don't
Yeah.
need to record an experience. For.
I'm forgetting memories. It would be I don't know
Yeah.
how we would create a memory for that.
Hmm.
So I shall roll the dice. That is a 10 and a 3, so 7. I'm rolling big
7.
all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. 46. You are exposed and flee to a far-off land. Convert any stationary resources to a new resource, representing portable cash or treasure. What name do you travel under?
No.
What profession do you claim when you come to rest?
My tavern!
Your tavern!
The estate. I feel like it's become an empire. Not quite an empire, but like
But like
it's been pretty
a-
lucrative, right?
a chain.
Yeah.
A chain.
So I'm selling that
chain
off
of-
for a lot of money.
Hmm.
We're
Where
gonna
are
go
we
to
fleeing
Britain.
to? We're going to Britain.
We're going to Portsmouth.
Oh! That's not far off land from Paris.
I mean, in the 1400s, Britain was a pretty far off land from France.
I mean, yeah.
Still like a few months, not a few months of travel, but I don't know enough about where else could we go.
Like, I was thinking, like, at least half a continent to a full continent away. So like, fucking like
Maps.
somewhere in Asia or Africa or like Eastern Europe or America.
We're going to America. When was America colonized?
When was America colonized?
Because I think it was later than this. America was colonized. The American colonization started in 1607.
1607.
We landed
ended
America
to-
pre-colonization. When was Canada colonized? Because wasn't Canada landed on earlier? 16th century. Still a bit late.
I mean, you've still got like, it's not like you have. I guess it's in terms of a way to get there. But
Yeah, and I also know nothing about the culture. At least I know somewhat
Google
about
sport.
like the colonizing cultures. Let's go to I don't know. I kind of like going to England.
I mean, we can go to go to England.
We'll go to England. It isn't that far, but it's
Yeah.
far enough, and the language is different. Like, we don't actually speak English.
It was meant to. It was meant to be tavern. That was meant to be there. I didn't write that before, but
Oh. Any station? Do we have any other stationary resources?
no, it was just
The wagon's gone.
the wagon's
Where
gone.
did I get the
You have-
wagon back?
No, never.
Ah.
You never got the wagon back. The body collector has it.
Ah, yeah. For some reason, I thought I got it back off of him. But oh no, I was going to, but I chose a different path. So it's just the tavern.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have to sell off.
So-
But I don't know how to write how much money I'd gain off of that. Like, how many? What kind of empire do you think it's become? Like 3 taverns?
Yeah, like something like that. Yeah.
Like 3 taverns worth of money. At least I have Fleur with me.
You do.
Fleur Francois.
Fleur Francois.
But
Well,
we're gonna have to change our names.
You're gonna have to change your names and potentially lose a memory. I think. And because
Hmm.
we
Well,
want to
number 4.
put it under
We were
4, yeah.
already imprisoned. We were imprisoned and now chased away.
Mm.
We were exposed. We pretended to be relatives, but were exposed for the vampires we are, and had to sell the business and flee to the faraway land of England. Every mortal character is dead. Yep. Under the what name? Brown. Under the name of Brown.
Names. What first names though are you gonna go
that's
for?
a good John. John Brown, and what would Fleur be?
What
What
names would you
floral
have?
names are there in English that people tend to go by? A lot of flowers, to be honest.
Rose?
Rose Brown, sure.
Hello, my name is John Brown.
Hello, my name is John Brown. Gonna have to start practicing our English accents.
What? I guess Tavern Keep. What profession do you claim when you come to rest?
Oh yeah, do I start a gutter cleaning empire?
Oh my god! Is it
But
the
I've
gutter
forgotten.
cleaning or the?
I don't know how to clean the gutters
Yeah,
anymore.
you don't know how to clean the gutters.
Do I start a plumbing empire?
A plumbing empire, though, yeah, because you
When
never
were
actually
toilets
learned how to
invented?
run a tavern. When were toilets invented?
When were toilets invented? 1596.
That was when the flushing toilet was invented.
Ah, yeah.
And we're not like a little less than 100 years off, so I'd say
I
An
think some
early,
more
like,
time
plumber.
would have passed anyway,
yeah.
because we've been ousted as immortals again, so something
Hmm.
had to be a bit suspicious.
Should we round it to a nice 1500, let's say?
Yeah. 1500? Do you mean 150? Oh, you mean the year it is currently. Sorry, for a second there. Thought you were suddenly like, yeah, like 1,500 years has passed.
I mean,
20.
would it not be this? Be near the same. Hang on, some maths is off here.
I feel like at some point I've changed one of these numbers. And
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
another one.
thinking.
Should this be 34?
Probably.
Although I won't lie. That being 132 makes maths a lot easier if I'm rounding this up.
Yeah. We'll
Because
just,
I'm adding what,
we'll
28
just
years.
say it is. Yeah. So, it will be
that'd be
160 years
160.
past.
So maybe he actually invented the first toilet, like nearly 100 years early, but like
Yeah.
he's got a lot more knowledge than most mortals
yeah,
would
he's
have.
got-
So that's the profession, a plumber. He invents the toilet, the flushing toilet.
The toilet. The flushing toilet. Nice. Roll
Damn.
again.
If I get 0, we flee again.
Oh fuck! We just
We
made the
just-
toilet.
We just
We
gave you the toilets and you chase us away. Oh, that was really
Yes.
close to being. That's a 1.
So 1. The world has evolved in ways you can't
Oh, no.
comprehend,
I'm old.
causing you to lose a good amount of wealth.
No.
What happened? Check a skill.
No.
Create a skill that would hopefully prevent this from happening again. So maybe you didn't invent the toilet.
I thought I did,
You thought you did, but there
but
were
someone beat me to it, and they had a patent,
Yes.
and I got sued. Oh no, my dice. Check a skill and create a skill. So
I
the
feel like you
plumber-
have to check connoisseur.
Yeah, that one's got to go. Oh, lose a resource. Oh, I guess it's gonna be my money, isn't it? How much of my money is gone though? All 3 taverns worth, or like 2 taverns worth? Most of my money. I guess it does say lose a resource, so I have to lose all
Yeah.
that money. Damn. That's rough. I've still got my baguette though, my baguette and my pitchfork. Someone stole my patent and is threatening to out you if you don't let them claim it. Oh, that's good. Someone stole the patent and is, yeah. They
I feel
stole
like
the patent and is threatening to sue and has sued me, claiming that I stole it.
Yeah,
And yeah, I guess 4 works.
because this is under the flushing toilet and.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a year passed.
To refresh me on that.
So someone stole my patent of the toilet before I could fully patent it. Or I did patent it and they stole the document. I don't know, something along those lines. And has now sued me, claiming that the toilets I create are infringing upon their patent.
Very nice.
However, I have to create a skill,
Yeah, create a skill.
and I don't know. I've got no fucking clue.
Maybe like you learn legal ways, like you learn how.
I learn law.
Yeah. Like patent law,
Sure.
patent and copyright law. I don't know.
Yeah, copyright law.
Nice.
Nice. Next roll.
Still have the baguette.
We do still have the baguette. We haven't
Right.
lost that yet. That's going to be worth a lot of
Roll.
money. That's a fossil.
That is a fossil.
4 and 4. So that's 0.
You have helpless people put you in charge.
Well-
Create a skill that helps you employ.
Helps
em-
people put in
exploit
my
them.
charge.
Put in your charge, yes.
That helps me exploit them. Derive it from a happy memory. So basically, I've been given slaves,
Mm-hmm.
and now I must exploit them and derive it from a happy memory. Hmm. Hmm. I'm going to put. Nah, that doesn't work. I was gonna say I put them to work in the sewers, but I lost connoisseur,
You did lose connoisseur.
and it doesn't. I'm not regaining a skill. I'm getting a new skill. So
Mm.
what about Brewery.
Brewery.
Yes, I'm going to put these people to work making me alcohol to sell to taverns.
Okay.
However, I don't know. I need to explain how I even got people put in my charge.
Hmm.
Like how I just stumbled across a shipment of slaves that I then put to work in the hops fields.
Hmm. And also, where would we put this under?
Yeah, or am I going to...
Or at this point, because you've learned lore, we can kind of assume you know how to read. Do we want to create you a diary now?
Maybe. Yeah. Let's make me a diary. Dun dun dun.
What do we want? So we can put up to 4 memories in this diary.
Is that like the memory and all of the experiences
The
under
memory
it?
and the experiences, yes. But once they're in the
Ah.
diary, they cannot be changed.
Okay.
I feel like
Let's go with maybe 3.
Mhm.
Is that the one you were thinking?
I was thinking maybe that as well.
Me falling into the sewer, one of my oldest memories.
Mm.
Now he has slaves. Jean Shaw has grown a bit since his shit cleaning days.
And we can also, under resources, diary.
Slaves. Oh, diary. Also, I lose a resource.
The
Oh no,
lose a
that's the
resource
previous one.
was
I'm stupid.
previous one.
So I need to gain a skill. I don't know what it's called, like beer craft, brewery,
Yeah, I guess like brewing.
brewing. That's in resources. There you go. And the memory is, someone owed me a favor. They fell in some luck with some slaves, but couldn't look after them and gifted them to me. Maybe like a shipwright owed me a favor or something. Like a... Is it a shipwright? What's the... Maybe not the word, but you know what I mean.
No.
Like someone that runs slave ships. I think a
Oh,
shipwright is someone that like looks after ships in the
that,
docks.
like makes and looks after. Yeah.
Like a slaver captain owed me a favor.
Slaver owed me a favor.
Slaver owed me a favor. Nice. Also one of the darkest parts of the story, really. Can Jean be redeemed?
Can he be redeemed?
Can John be redeemed?
In fucking 500-ish years from now, there's going to be a statue of John that gets pushed over.
Are we going to end up moving to America?
Ooh.
Jean Le Puant's evil arc. He's called John Brown now.
Sure,
put
something like that.
I put them to work making beer for me.
Something like that. I don't know.
I love how just like how much it trivializes it.
Look, okay. I'm not going to write a whole fucking paragraph.
No, I know. I just find it funny.
Yeah. Right, next roll.
Next roll. That is a 4 and a 5. We're going back one.
Whoa.
Oh no! Wait. No.
You flee again!
No.
This time to a far-off unclaimable company or colony. How do you use colonial rule to your benefit? Choose one skill out of these. Well, I feel like I know why you were chased off. It's because of these.
I mean, how much time has passed, do you think? Can I flee to colonized America now? Like, has like 100 years passed?
I mean, we can say 100 years have passed.
100 years has passed. We're fleeing to America. John the Stinky. How do you use colonial rule to your benefit? I bring some of the slaves with me. But they're now going to be like second or third generation slaves.
Yeah.
Choose one skill: occupier, insurgent, inconspicuous, or gone native. It's going to be occupier, isn't it? If I'm moving to colonized America. Man, this went real far. Real fast. There were Portuguese colonies in South America in about 1500s. Nah, mate. We're going North America.
Cool, so...
Yeah, why was I chased off, though? Because slaving wasn't made illegal in Britain for like a couple hundred more years.
True.
When was slavery made illegal in the UK? When did Britain make slavery illegal? Yeah, 1833, really?
Oh.
Wow, that's actually later than I thought it would be, I'm not gonna lie. We were chased off for tax evasion. We were caught for tax evasion. I was cooking the books, got caught, and I had to flee the country with my slaves. We're talking 100 years of book cooking. We took the money and ran. How the fuck did John manage to avoid vampire hunters? Because no one looks at this man and thinks that's a vampire. Who would? He is not like smart or interesting or like charismatic enough to be a vampire.
And we need to put John Brown under your name. But now we need a new name.
Oh no, along with an appropriate new name. See, I liked Brown because of his heritage. What other names are there that are like derived from? Because John is derived from Jean, right? Are there other like J names with similar roots? Don.
Bon Brown.
We're gonna go with Don Gutter.
Don Gutter.
Don Gutter. And what's Rose gonna be called? Although I do kind of think Rose Gutter is kind of funny. It just sounds like a flower that grows in the gutters. What other flower names are there?
What other flower names? Daisy.
Daisy. I literally
Don
thought
and
that
Daisy.
Daisy. Don and Daisy Gutter. The slave owners. The brewers, the slaving brewers. The beer slavers. What?
Right, roll again.
Nice. Okay. That is a -4.
Jesus.
Please don't go back to what I've already had.
What piece of
Ooh.
contemporary technology can you not interact with due to your vampire nature? How did this first encounter with this technology almost get you destroyed? Check a skill.
When were cameras invented? It was a lot later, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Just because, 1816, far too late. Just thinking because obviously cameras use mirrors.
Hmm.
Contemporary technology. What contemporary technology was there in the 1600s? 1600s technology. 16th and 17th century technology. In the 16th century, guns transformed welfare.
Hmm.
String was soaked in saltpeter. Yeah. So there's guns, but the vampire could interact with guns. Like, there's nothing about guns that a vampire wouldn't be able to. Toilets.
I mean, just because normal vampires can doesn't mean yours.
True. I'm trying to think of
Yours-
something that, like, I'm looking for something that involves like silver or something, but I don't know. Cannons. This is all warfare technology. Surgery. Cartography.
1608.
The pocket watch.
In 1608, Hans Lippershey invents the first refracting telescope.
Ooh.
In 1620, the earliest human-powered submarine was in 1624, William Oughtred invents the slide ruler.
What if someone gifts him a silver pocket watch
There.
and he physically can't hold it because it burns him? I have no idea how that would fit into any memory. Who's gifting him this pocket watch? What else
I mean,
would
it's
work?
been another 100 years since this, right? So it couldn't be the slave owner.
Yeah.
It was like, here, have this.
Contemporary technology is a really difficult one.
Yeah.
In 1675, Dennis Papin invented the pressure cooker. My man cannot go to the flea market by fear of touching silverware. Yeah, I mean, what like technology involves silver?
I
I don't know. A typewriter. Renaissance technology. These are all mills. Printing press. Firearms. The nautical compass. This is the hardest one so far.
It does. One thing it does say is if there's one that doesn't make sense with your thing, you can just like move on to the next prompt.
What? So go for you make the acquaintance of a group of mortals instead.
Oh, It
Do
was
you
more
mean,
like
or just re-roll?
move to the next one along.
Oh. Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Because this one's too hard.
Hmm. You have archaic ways in spite of your focus, blending in.
Damn.
Create a resource based on a check skill that reflects.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm. Body disposal.
body disposal. Yeah, or
I invent mass graves. Or I start a business of mass graves. To be fair, we are colonizing.
mm. You come up with the first. You have the first morgue.
I was gonna say that, like, I have a whole like strew of Indian burial grounds.
I mean, that works too.
Upon through the colonization of the Americas,
Mm.
we had to put the body somewhere. So I became the man that hides that buries the bodies.
So, and you gain ancient Indian burial grounds.
Yep. Yeah, Native American. I find it so weird that they called them Indians. Wasn't it because one of the colonizers thought he was in
Christopher
India?
Columbus. Yeah, he was like, I know. Yeah, I can get to India by going around to the other side of the world, and then landed in America.
And was like,
This is India.
this is this a bird meme? Is this
Yeah.
India? Dumbo. Yeah, I feel like that's the memory.
Of hiding bodies. I commission a large amount of ancient burial grounds.
At the time, not ancient.
No. Burial ground. Cool.
Nice.
Roll them dice, boy.
I kind of wanna roll with the wand.
With the one.
So the D6 is this top one, I believe, on this, because they're split into two. So this is a D6 and a D12. So I believe this is the D6, and then these two are D10s. So I'll spin these two. I'm gonna spin them and then stop them, because otherwise they will spin for fucking ages.
Yeah.
And actually, let's temporarily turn the torch on my phone camera. Oh, I have to do it through Elgato, annoyingly. Is that on? Did that turn it on? That didn't turn it on. The heck? It doesn't want to turn on for some reason. Oh well. We got a... What's that? It's right on the line. A 5 and a 2, so 3 in total.
3.
I will be using regular dice from here on out. Welcome back, Bishimi.
So we were on 43. 46. The third one on this one.
Oh my god, really?
Yep. Revolution. As a suspicious outlander, you are imprisoned. Escape by checking 2 skills, or bribe your way free with 2 resources.
The Americans.
Spend an additional resource to rescue any traveling companions.
So the Americans are like, here, who's this French-sounding Brit? When was the American Revolution? It was 1765. That's a bit. Like, I don't want to skip another 150 years. We will skip forwards a couple years though. Let's go like another 2 years. Just because. Man, so bribe my way with 2 resources or spend an additional resource. Oh wait. Escape with 2 skills or bribe with 2 resources. Spend an additional resource to rescue any traveling companions. Oh no, Fleur!
Fleur.
What skills have I got left? Or what resources? I don't have any of my money left. We haven't gained any money through any of this, even though I did, start some industries and stuff. Didn't actually give me any resources. And I'm not getting rid of that baguette. So I'm thinking lying. Lying and copyright law? Like I really just confuse my captors. Just bamboozle them on my way out. I completely make them think I'm someone else. And in the process, to get Fleur out, I sell the captor the Native American burial grounds to cover Fleur's escape.
Okay.
What? I don't know what memory this would go into.
I guess under 3?
Yeah. That is the one where I keep being chased away. Fleur needs to be fridged. What does that even mean? Oh yeah, I forgot she's called Daisy now. I just love the idea that you capture someone and they just start speaking at you with legalese and sell you a ancient burial ground and leave. What happens when you run out of resources and something needs you to lose a resource?
I don't know.
You die.
Cool. Roll again.
Roll in. That is... Oh no. That's a 3 and a 5. We're going back to... We have stopped progressing. Oh no.
An immortal character you've met returns to claim a debt. What is it? How have they changed? Do you pay willingly? If you have a memory of this character, lose 2 resources. If not, lose 3 resources and check a skill.
Oh. So
We have Alphonse.
it could be
and the Body
Alphonse. It could be the body collector. What debt have they come to claim? Do I pay willingly? If you have a memory of them, I lose 2 resources. If not, I lose 3 and a skill.
So you still have the memory of Alphonse.
Yeah.
Don't technically have the memory of the body collector.
crew. So it's gonna be Alphonse.
Mm.
You know.
There's 2 resources.
Yeah. What resources do I even
Listen.
have?
You have the pitchfork, the baguette, and the
No.
diary.
No. Hmm. I mean, it's gonna have to be the family heirlooms.
No, the baguette.
Alphonse is furious with the man I've become. The fact that I left and squandered his opportunities, and he's taken from me the last things that make me who I am. I am now have nothing left tying me to the man I once was.
And I feel like, do we want to move this to the diary, or do we just want to lose this memory?
We'll move it to the diary.
Okay.
He still wants to remember, but like,
Mm.
you know, it's no longer who he is.
In fact, there is
Everything
still
but the
actually we
baguette.
do still have space in the Alphonse thing.
How will I make doom-mongering jokes without the baguette? So have I've moved that memory to the diary, but not even used it.
Mm.
Damn.
Because I forgot we still had one more space in here.
Damn, the second one in 44 is erase your earliest memory, you will never get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh. How will I make doom-mongering jokes without the baguette? We can get it back. It's not gone forever.
And me roll.
Am I rolling again? Did you just say sorry?
Yes.
Whop. That is a 1. A 7 and a 6. Oh no.
Your body is undergoing further corruption and change. When do you first notice these new changes? Create a mark.
mark. Hmm. I. Ah, if only it was the second one in 45, because I have an idea for that one. A new mark. My skin begins to look stained, especially my hands and the area around the bite.
I'm guessing it's like poop stain.
Poop stains, yeah. I can't wash it off. Of course, Jean would get shit stains.
No. Yeah, shit's that's been. Cool. Because we are so close to the end of the stream, and this is what they did on the stream with Lewis.
Mhm.
Do we want to just kind of discard -1? Because
Yeah.
the like end the game started about 65ish.
Okay. So we'll stop making it so I can go back.
Yeah.
We'll start like re-rolling. Oh, I need to come up with a memory for this, don't I?
Oh yes.
A memory. I woke up. I went to the bathroom and went to wash my hands and noticed that it wasn't washing off.
Are we? What memory are we getting rid of? Is
I
it the
know.
Jean Francois or?
Uh, Yeah. We're moving that to the memory banks.
Cool.
Jean
Roll
Le
it.
Pouon. Roll the dice. That is 4.
What simple, practical skills proves invaluable to your strange existence? How do you
did
learn
you
it?
learn it?
Create a new skill.
Hmm.
I feel like with these new stains,
Uh-huh.
something like it's
Makeup.
a simple skill, makeup, yeah, or
Yeah.
like disguising.
Yeah. Homer would be impressed by this craft. Truly a tale worthy of the gods.
Rolled it.
Roll the dice. I was expecting there to be combat or something, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's
That
not
is
that kind of
6.
TTRPG. 6. 55. Timeless introspection begins to manifest in creative act. Choose a skill based on a lost memory.
Whoa.
We haven't lost any memories, but we got a couple in the
No,
diary.
we have lost a couple memories.
I mean, we got. Oh yeah, I forgot about these ones.
Damn.
The shit
Wait,
cleaning
it's-
comes back.
I was gonna say, do I get my gutter cleaning back? Butchercraft. Butchery.
Butchery, yeah.
Let's go with butchery. That's a skill that's still relevant today.
Hmm.
I don't know how we'd make a memory of, like, a experience out of this one.
Hmm. Um. These 3 are full. So it's either and move one of these or
Let's
though
move
we-
to... Huh?
we also Louis himself is technically a lost memory.
Oh.
Included, we can include that in the butchery and put that
Put that on 2.
onto.
Ah. Perfect. Louis' legacy lives on through his enemy. I'm remembering the brother of my ex-lover. This music is very intense. I think this is Elden Ring music. Yeah, this is Moog's song.
The Lord of Blood.
Do we want to pass any more time?
Yeah, probably.
Pass. Let's round it up to 1610. Oops. It's been 270 years. Man, how far the shit cleaner has come.
How far indeed. Ooh, roll them dice.
Roll the dice. That is 2.
Your knowledge of old things becomes a strength. Check. Based on a check skill, what knowledge do you share with contemporary mortals?
Oh no.
Check a skill, create a resource.
From my checked skills.
From your check skills.
Check a skill, create a resource. So I had thievery and I had lying.
Mhm.
I want to do something about like a thieves guild
Okay.
because I think that would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
What other checked skills do I have?
Bloodthirsty, vampiric charisma, body disposal, connoisseur,
I
copyright law.
I don't know how anything else really works together.
Hmm.
Based on a checked skill. Oh, a checked skill. So it doesn't need to be 2. Never mind. For some
Yeah.
reason I thought it was 2. And then check a
'Cause you
skill and
can
create a
check a-
resource. Fuck.
I mean, you have lying and then you've got makeup as well. So you've got like. There's some kind of like. Disguising and that kind of thing.
Okay, so lying as the checked skill, makeup as a skill we're going to check, the resource, I'm going to create an acting guild. Or an acting school.
I like that.
Thinking about all of my past wrongings, the things I have done, but the skills I have gained from them, I decided to make an acting school. Let's put number 2 into the diary, I think.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, for number 2 will be the creation of my acting skill. I'm growing as a person. Skyrim music adding to my confusion. At least it's an epic confusion. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo. What happened to the slaves? Oh, who knows? I think I had to give them up.
Probably.
I've lost a lot. Like my whole empire. I've had multiple empires and they've all crumbled. My final empire is my acting school.
Roll it.
Roll. That is 1.
Society has changed. How has travel become easier for you? Recover any stationary resources for which you still have memory. They are re-added to your resource list.
Wow.
You know what comes back?
The tavern.
Fucking tavern.
I can rebuy my tavern. Recover any stationary resources. I mean, the ancient native burial grounds even
Oh shit,
are also
yeah.
Technically
Stationary.
stationary. And I am still in America.
You are still in America.
I mean,
Resources,
how
and
has
yeah, you do have.
how has travel
Fair.
become easier? Do we want to skip forwards to the creation of
Yeah.
like Steam vehicles?
Yeah.
Or were they Oh no, that was the 1800s.
Mm.
When
Yeah.
were steam boats invented? 1787, a little bit earlier. That would still be jumping like 160 years. Unless we
I
want
mean-
to. We've got nothing to lose
But
by doing that.
we could also like bring it forward a little bit because of like different changes in different technology could also bring, because we had the like toilets brought forward,
True.
so maybe
Oh,
invention of the toilet has brought like the boat like 20 years
Yeah.
the steam
If we
years
jump
earlier.
100 years.
Mm.
Oh shit, I've forgotten. Okay, so we jump 100 years. Like, maybe steam hasn't really progressed to like widespread, but there are still like the ideas are there. Travel has improved based on
Yeah.
them. Like, I don't know where that would go in memories. What memories do we have? One, I don't think so. Two,
Two, and then the other three are full.
yeah, maybe two. Like, remembering, that was all about reflecting on my past, remembering where I came from, and acknowledging new and growing technologies. I like bring back like industries that I had once like thrived in or something,
Yeah.
or businesses. Who knows, maybe you can now safely go back to France. To be fair, no one's going to remember us at this point. If we get chased away again, we could go back to France.
Roll.
Roll the dice. We're running out of time. That is one. We're really moving forward slowly.
A mortal discovers the journals of a long dead character or your own lost diary and approaches you. What do they seek? Gain a skill or resource. Create a mortal character.
It is an ancestor of
Or a
none
descendant.
other than Bo.
Oh no!
It is Bo's like great 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 grandson who has moved on to simply mucking out stables because the streets don't really need it anymore. Actually, horses are still pretty commonplace. They're still doing it. They're still mucking the streets. But it's Bo's great. I don't know how many greats we'll need, but it's a lot. Great, etc. You shut up. Shush. Cease. Stop this.
What are they called? I got an idea.
Is it Bo Junior?
Bo, but spelled B-O.
Bo, yeah, do that. Bo. Descendant? I'm confused. You said ancestors. Oh, I meant descendant.
Yeah.
The opposite of ancestor. Where does this fit into my memories? I guess it is. It goes into me my history, which is what 2 is about. Like a descendant of someone from my past has found me, seeking to know the truth about who I am. Gain a skill or resource. Can I regain a lost resource?
Do you want the pitchfork back?
Yeah. However, it only has 2 teeth left.
I'm gonna do there. Because it's technically the same one, but 2 missing space.
Hell yeah.
Roll.
Hell yeah. It's a miracle it survived at all. It's a family heirloom, Bashimi.
Is a family.
4.
63.
63.
How do you provide for your banal material needs? Record an experience about the time this went wrong. Check a skill.
Oh. Hmm.
I mean, you dip your toes back into the brewing and the tavern game.
True.
You have brewing.
We'll check brewing. There was a failure of crops. And while I was able to maintain my taverns, I could no longer maintain my brewing business. Man, Jean has really had it hard, I'm not gonna lie. He's had a real hard 370 years. Have you seen Sandman?
No, I'm not.
The show? Oh, I genuinely recommend it. It's really good. Written by Neil Gaiman.
Oh, fair.
Recommend it. I won't. I was going to talk about a character in it, but I won't spoil it. But basically, there's to summarize in the least spoilery way, there's a human that gets given immortality, and it's very funny.
Cool. Roll the die.
Roll the dice. Oh, the camera's frozen. There we go. So, the camera is a bit behind now. That is 2.
2.
For some reason, my camera is like a solid 2 seconds behind now.
65? Oh, but I think it's
Weird.
75 that the end game starts. Fuck.
Oh. Possession turns out to have financial value as an antique. Trade your oldest resource for 2 contemporary resources. What's my old... No, my pitchfork!
Pitchfork!
That is my oldest resource.
Mm-hmm.
Trade my pitchfork for 2 contemporary.
What do you think of that? I'm gonna rush into it.
Okay. The pitchfork has it rough. Yeah, what could I trade a pitchfork for, Bashimi? That's like a contemporary resource at this point. Like some plows? Obviously not motorized plows. I don't know why you'd know, but it's just an extra brain thinking, you know? You know? For 2 contemporary resources as well. Maybe something to do with the acting. Maybe a theater. A theater and a large large. I've got it, George.
Okay.
So we sell the antique. Someone has noticed this pitchfork and offers a very large sum of money. So we sell it to buy a theatre for the acting guild, that we have, and a large quantity of costumes
Okay.
as my 2 resources.
Barrett. Sounds good. Where do we want to put this? Because the actual acting guild one is full.
Ah.
Unless, do we want to? I know this is a bit cheeky. We move because this is using the makeup skills that you have got from this. Technically, move this into here, and then this feels like a more of a
more succinct
headliney one.
Yeah.
And then we
put
can
it
put
in there.
into here.
Yeah. That works. So we've bought our own theatre for the actors. And also allowed some nice costumes for them to use. I love the idea that someone sees a shitty beat up pitchfork missing 2 prongs is like, oh, that's an antique, that is. You just hope that Jean will meet an end equal to the pain that is listening to this at 11 p.m. Tell you what, to really speed this up, shall I double the rolls I get?
Sure, unless it's because if you get 5, it's pretty much game over. So
True.
we'll see
True.
what it is and we'll double it.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear. Nice. So in resources, have you added them to resources?
Acting school.
Theatre. Nice. That.
Theater. And costumes.
Costumes. Right. My rolling. Rolling. Jean speedrunning death. Shit, I lost one of the dice. No, okay, the D10 was on an 8 and I knocked it over with the other dice. That is, however, a 6, so that's 2.
Do we want a 4?
Shall we make it 4?
Let's make it 4. Because that takes us to 69, baby!
Yay!
You bond with an ancient enemy character over your shared past, finding in it something more comprehensible than this modern world. Check a skill, you become friends. Share a resource and gain a resource that is shared with you.
I guess it's Alphonse again? Or the body collector.
The body collector.
The body collector has arrived a couple hundred years later. Naturally, not a body collector anymore.
Yeah.
What does he do now? We bond about that time that I pretended to be a shit scooper. And he's like, wow, you've got a cool theatre. He's going to join my theatre company.
Fair.
That's the resource I will share.
And I feel like it works in the introspection tab.
For sure.
So.
Do I remember him at this point? I mean, I did forget him, but...
You did forget him.
He's come back. He didn't forget me. And that's what's important. Jean Forgot. Old forgetful John. Forgetful Don.
Check a skill.
Dun dun dun.
Maybe ashamed.
Ashamed. He's not ashamed anymore.
He reprimands you a little and then was like,
But it's okay.
but you know what?
We'll
it's
do silly
fine.
things.
Share a resource and gain a resource that is shared with you.
Yeah, so I want to share the acting school because I want him to join it.
Mm-hmm.
And what will he share with me is the question.
I have an idea.
Oh. Well, my
The
old
thing
wagon.
he took off you.
He brings back the old wagon as a
He
big
brings
a
back
memory.
the old wagon.
Sure. We can use it as a stage prop.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he still has it. Hopefully
Mhm.
there's no Black Death left in it. We're almost there, Bashimi, don't you worry. I know we have run 15 minutes overtime.
Mm.
Is it literally,
Roll
does
it.
it end on 75, or is there like...
There's like from 75 onwards. There's like, this happens, the game is over, and there's like
Ah.
a few of them.
I see. Rolling again. We got 4.
Oh, it's from 72. Okay, my
Oh.
bad. So we're on 73. You achieve a position of absolute stability that might sustain you unchanging until the sun dies. What does this mean?
Wow.
The game is over.
I am William Shakespeare.
You become like the
An
actor
acting
of...
empire. I found Hollywood.
Oh my god. You are the progenitor of all of Hollywood, and that just gives you enough to sustain you and Fleur/Rose/Daisy
And any children or family we
And-
might create
until the sun
Forever.
dies.
forever. I mean, Hollywood's still going strong today, richer than ever.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's over, Bashimi. Yeah, we created Hollywood. Wow.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that was 1,000-year-old vampire.
The baguette
No,
lives
the
on.
baguette is gone.
I mean, it's gone, but it's not destroyed.
That's true.
Assuming that Alphonse didn't eat it.
Maybe he did.
It is a couple 100 years old. Oh, could you imagine if the body guy had returned and brought back the
The
baguette?
baguette.
Anyway, yeah.
No, yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for taking me on this journey, George. It has been a
You're
good
very
time. I
welcome.
really enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah.
This was really fun.
Mm.
I remember
Nah, I
asking you,
really-
like, are we going to need battle maps or anything?
I was like, no, there's nothing
Nah.
like that. It's a TTRPG in the kind of loosest sense of the word,
In that you roll.
in that you roll dice, and
That is enough.
it's not. It's an RPG that isn't like a video game, so
Hey, if
technically
you-
it's a
If you have
TTRPG.
the book, it's on your table.
Yeah, but yeah, there's like loads of different ways this can end, and
Mhm.
this is like one of the few good endings.
I assume you can just die.
Yeah, there's
You're
like you are
caught
caught
outside and
outside. You are physically trapped in a place from which you will never be rescued.
Damn.
What do you think about for the first 1,000 years? An old friend or foe murdered you in your sleep. So I was thinking, if we get this one,
Damn.
fucking like Louis comes back.
He's secretly still alive.
He's secretly still alive. Yeah. Government captures you, knowing
Wow.
you for what you are. your body finally wears out. You just
You just
fade.
get too old. You wither.
Creatures like yourself have taken over the earth. What is your position in this new
Damn.
world? You find a way. You discover a way to become mortal. Do you take it? How will this
No.
go wrong?
I feel like I would just turn to dust.
You translate yourself into a higher plane. What does this
Wow,
mean?
you
The
become
game
a
is
lich.
over.
You become a demi-lich.
But yeah,
Wow. That was... When you think about where we started...
fucking Jean-Francois, the fucking shit
scooper.
traveling peasant from Middle Ages France.
Man. That one... The
And
screen
you're
you're on right now, by the way, that was more marks. The creator skill based on one of your marks, which was a second one in there.
Yeah.
I was gonna have him turn into... You know how in D&D a lot of vampires can turn into clouds?
Oh my god, he just becomes a fart.
He becomes a shit cloud. He becomes a stinking cloud.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, you are now Don Gutter, fucking CEO of Hollywood.
Yeah, the founder of Hollywood. God, Don Gutter. Don Gutierre. Oh, John is gonna have to find his way into my D&D world at some point.
Or just a vampire that runs like a theater troupe or whatever.
Yeah. Elise deserved better. She died so fast.
She died
Yeah,
fucking immediately. You
but
know who deserved better?
Claude Bowen Urchin just died of old age.
Claude didn't get mentioned outside of he exists.
He literally just lived a normal life.
Mm.
He was just a French peasant who died of old age. That was it. That was his whole story. Right. Well, thank you for watching. That's as good a place to end the stream as anywhere. This was a good time.
Glad you enjoyed it. I was really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I have been as well, to be fair. Yeah. We'll probably be continuing on with model painting streams unless anything interesting comes up again in the future. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Peace.
Bye.